I should be just a tiny bit more patient. Hey, the Earth is flat. Did you ever hear this before? Do you want to know something about science?
Oh, yeah.
You can look this up yourself.
All right, sure.
Look it up yourself. I went down to Wildwood.
Did you?
Got a camera,
Uh-huh.
and I could see Atlantic City, 32.6 miles away. If there was a curvature, we would never be able to see it 32.6
Yeah.
miles away. So the Earth is flat, and there's a lot of proof for that. And you can look up these things. You know anybody who's interested in science, like a husband or
No.
nephew, or
No.
are you interested in it?
I'll take it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hey, I teach science here. You interested in learning something today?
Sure, why
Will
not?
it make your head hurt? This is the flat Earth map. And look, all these world organizations use the flat Earth map. But guess what? They leave off Antarctica, which goes all the way around the outside edge. The North Pole's in the center. Makes a whole lot more sense when you're trying to use a compass. Because look, if Australia's down here and here's the North Pole, how does that work with a compass? It doesn't. But here, right here to the middle, it does work. You can hold that. On the back, there's some things you can look up. But look, here, if there's curvature, there's a formula. See? No matter how high you go, the horizon is always at your eye level. You go in an airplane or Mount Everest, same thing. It's always at your eye level. So here's the formula, 8 inches times a mile squared, right?
Okay.
This is Chicago, across 60 miles of Lake Michigan. According to the formula, it should be 2,400 feet. That's a 240-story building. It should be down below the curve. And it's not. It's right there. And we took a speedboat and went across, and it's right there. No mirages or anything like that.
Right.
So here we have perspective. You know these railroad tracks continue, but you can't see them. Everything goes to a point. That's why you think the ships go over the curve, because they're going into the vanishing line of the horizon. We take a P1000 camera, zoom in on that thing, there's the ship.
Right.
If it was over a curve, you'd never see it.
Right.
It couldn't go through the water to look at it, right?
Right.
So they're lying to us. And look, this is what NASA puts on its website. Which size is the United States really? They are mocking us. They get $53 million a day, and they put out this mockery. So we think, oh, well, like the Earth is on the turtle back and the water falls off. They do that all to make us fear looking into it, because nobody wants to be laughed at. Okay? So it takes somebody hard-headed like me to get laughed at and keep on going. And that's what I'm doing. I'm teaching people the truth. And if you look into this, you'll figure it out.
Okay.
Make sure you tell your kids, because they're lying to us about a lot of things. You can keep that thing too.
Okay.
If you look on the back and watch these videos, just type that in, and there's 3 videos there, my favorites, and it'll teach you everything you know. Everything on the banners is on those videos.
Check it out.
Yeah, and so don't trust the government. They'll lie to us about everything. All these things like vaccines and chemtrail, all that stuff is true, and they're doing it to hurt us.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hi there. Do you want to learn something about science today? Interested in science, ma'am?
Thanks. Not for now.
Hey guys, interested in some science today?
Oh, how you doing? No, thanks.
Yeah, you sure? You can look it up.
We're good.
Nah, not unless you think the Earth is flat. Then you're all right. Interested in science? Nah, come on. Come back and have a talk with me. Interested in science? Want to learn about our Earth? Are you interested in science? Are you? Okay. Where is your mom and dad here somewhere?
My mom's Nicole.
Okay.
The event person.
Oh, is she? Oh, cool. I can teach you something, sir. Stop here for a second. Ask a question.
No, we're good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Here, you can give your mom that.
Okay.
Stick it in your pocket. Interested in science, young man?
Thank you.
Science, anyone? Would you like me to teach you something about our Earth? 73% of it is water. And did you know water is always level on the top, no matter what you do to it? It always seeks its own level. So how can 73% be level? Does 27% make it into a ball? No. Look at this. World organizations all use the flat Earth map. North Pole's in the center. Antarctica goes all the way around the outside edge. And they leave off Antarctica. Because they want you to think that it's a ball and a tiny little thing down here when it's really around the outside edge. We don't know what's beyond there because they made a treaty in 1959 that there's no free exploration down there. So what are they doing down there? John Kerry went down there, flew in 300 miles from the edge. Where's he going? What's he looking at? Well, we kind of think that there's maybe a dome because we look at lightning sprites and you can see how they come off of the dome. This is absolutely true. Do you have teenagers, a husband, anybody interested in science? How about yourself? No? Well, you can take one of my cards anyway, and you can think about this, because it's true. If they can fool us, they can rule us. They'll send off our good boys to get killed for no reason. They'll make up a lie, just like, weapons of mass destruction lie. Yeah. We got to stop believing our government. Thank you. You been to Alaska?
Yes.
Nice place. Science, anyone? Anyone want to look into science today? Science, anyone? I can teach you something today. Make your brain hurt a little bit. Actually, I can. Stay away from caffeine and sugar. want to learn something about science today? About the Earth we live on? Well, I'll tell you, it's not a spinning ball. They're lying to us. It's actually a flat plane. 73% of the Earth is oceans, and oceans are always flat on the top. So how can the rest 27% make it a ball? Nope, and it's not gravity either. I can prove that. You can sit down for a second, but then you have to get up. Can I teach you something about science today? Do you know about perspective? Every time you think you see a ship go over the edge, you're not. You're looking into perspective. Two planes coming together. That means the Earth is a plane. It's a flat surface. You want to look anything up yourself?
No, thank you.
The Earth is flat, honey. Oops. Can I teach you something about science today?
No, thank you.
Don't want to learn anything? Uh-oh. The day you don't learn something is the day you die. Did you know that? Yeah. I keep putting those things. I don't know who picks them up. Look, see? I put that there. Okay. Okay. There's something wrong. They got to stop baking because it's making me hungry. Hey, girls. Did you ever hear this? The flat Earth?
Oh, yeah.
Did you? What did you think about it? You didn't think? Hey, it'd really be cool if you could make them spin.
Yeah, no, not doing spinners.
Would you like to learn something about science today? Sorry you're here behind this thing. But I need to sit down. I guess that's not a good sign. It's early in the day. And my legs are already giving out. I'm out of shape. It's been a long winter. been a long winter. But there are more people coming now, which is a nice thing. Is that an exit? Would you like to learn something about science today? Hi, ladies. Yeah, did you know 73% of the world is ocean? And water's always flat on the top? Hi there. Hi, 73% of the world is ocean, and water's always flat on the top. Did you know that?
Yep.
Hi there. 73% of the earth is ocean, and water's always flat on the top. So how do we get a spinning ball with the other 27%? You don't. The earth is not a spinning ball, it's flat surface. And look, all these world organizations use the flat earth map, but they leave off Antarctica. Now, why is that? I don't think they want you to know that it actually goes around the outside edge.
Okay.
North Pole in the center, you may take that.
No, thank you.
It's all right. He got some information. Hey there. 73% of the earth is ocean. Water always seeks its own level, so it's always flat on the top, right? So how do you get a ball out of the other 27%? You don't. The earth is a flat surface. North Pole's in the center. Antarctica goes around the outside edge. We don't know what's beyond there or beneath it. But all these world organizations use the flat earth map. United Nations, but they all leave off Antarctica.
You're out here trying to convince people.
No, I'm not trying to convince you. I'm telling you the facts, and you've got to think for yourself. And that's something they don't teach us to do anymore. So you can look this stuff up you go on the computer, you can type that in, and you can watch some videos about it.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Good. See, you got to teach them perspective, and you got to teach them NASA, and you got to teach them. I did that. Star trails, and you got to teach them reflection. That's a good one. I got to go to reflection and curvature. Hey, 73% of the Earth is water, and it's flat on the top. Interested in science at all?
Pardon me?
Interested in science at all? No? Did you know water is always flat on the top? Did you know
Kind of
that?
like my head.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Not
just-
flat, it's bald, but not flat.
Yeah.
So 73% of the world is water. So how do you make a ball out of 27%?
Steal it.
No, it's flat. See? North Pole's in the center. Antarctica actually goes around the outside edge. Did you know that? All these world organizations use a flat Earth map. But they leave off Antarctica because they don't want you to know. See? But you can look up these things when you go home. There's 10 things on here that'll make you think. Interested in looking at it?
I think all the time. An empty mind is
Yeah, it's a waste.
exactly.
Right, so you got to think.
I think all the time. Too
Do you?
much thinking. Yeah.
Too much thinking?
Yeah, sometimes. That's what my son does. Too much thinking. I'm like, well, you don't think I mean.
You
something's
got to
wrong.
think. This will make your head hurt, though.
Look at aspirin for that. Yeah, they just moved out to Seattle, so he's out there doing all that out there. He's into science. He wants to be an astronomer.
So now
he
you
wants
have
to be
something-
a marine biologist. That's what he
Now,
wants.
if you have something to think about and talk to him about this.
I
Say,
tell him all the time. The no computer, no whatever. I said, you got time to play that
Look.
stupid game.
Oh, don't go playing those
That's
stupid
what
games.
I said, take it.
Look, if you type this in, it'll
Yeah.
give you everything we have on the banners, that right there, and my 3 favorite videos. 200 proofs and about time lapse of the sun. You can see it gets shrinking. If it was 93 million miles away, it would never shrink. It's very close and small, and they're lying to us. Now, why would they lie to us?
Why wouldn't they lie to us?
Exactly
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Here, take this one too, and,
Yeah.
and look that stuff up because it's nasty business. You know, they send us off to wars and get our good men killed.
I just
for a
did
lie.
that. Those 2 college boys opened that 4Ocean. It's a website. It's called 4Ocean.
Okay.
4 Ocean.
All right.
And they recycle all the plastic that's in the ocean.
There's a lie.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
They
I've
say
seen
in
it.
20 years, by 2050, it'll be more plastic. In
I
the
thought I
ocean
was
than-
taking my stuff to the recycle center. How come they're not recycling it? They're just dumping it in the ocean? What's that all about?
Well, you know, they just found a ship sunk, and it had Garfield phones. It was a whole thing, right? And they've been finding it in the rocks for the last 10 years, and they're wondering why these things keep
Garfield
washing.
phones? Oh
Yeah.
my God.
So they found like hundreds of them because it's a ship that just brings them out of everyone's phone. There's a lot of plastic out there.
It is. And the poor sea life is eating
like
that.
all those
I watched
farms.
those videos where the turtles are all caught up in twine and
Whales.
stuff. It's very sad.
I just watched one yesterday actually on YouTube, and the guys were actually there in scuba gear doing
Yeah.
a.
I
great
watch
whale.
those. Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
And that's why I'm out here teaching this, because people need to know the truth that our government lies to us.
You think? Pretty sure they do.
Absolutely, about everything. But when it, comes to our men getting over and getting killed, for what? Their greedy purposes? Not interested in that. It's horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah, they have us all twisted about that.
They do.
My thing is, why would you send somebody 18 years old to go kill somebody that they never even met and did nothing to you? Why
Right.
would you want to take their life?
Right. For weapons of mass destruction they never found.
I never owned a gun. My dad said, if you can't do it with your hands, don't do it at all. I don't believe in firearms. Everybody said, you should get
Well,
one.
you know
I'm
why
like,
they do it. The wars are about population control and making the countries in debt. Because when they're in debt, they feel they have a control over them.
Well, I'm from Australia, and look what happened there. They turned in all their guns, right?
Really? Because this is one of the things I say. How does a compass work from Australia to the North Pole?
So when they did that, they took all the guns from them, right? And now who's taking over Australia? China, because they're buying up all their land, because they got all that vast land. It's cheaper for
Yeah.
them to make it there and feed their people back
I'll
in.
never give up my guns.
Well, I just use my hands. I can't get you, but if you get close like
Are you
this,
trained?
What?
Are you trained?
No, I would never tell anybody. You can't tell anybody that. Everybody knows. Because I still go there, and the guy says, well, dang, man, you want to stop doing that? I'm like, you're 65. And I'm like, no, because these kids today are like 12 and 13. They got less respect now than they even, I got cursed out by an 8-year-old kid the other day. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
And they're
My
doing
Lord.
that in the schools.
Oh, yeah.
They're teaching them that mocking is okay, and they have no discipline in the schools.
I have a girl at work who has a 7-year-old, and she was showing me a video, and he's saying the F word to her like it's no tomorrow. And I'm like, really?
I never let my kids say that stuff.
My kids were 18. He went in service. He come home. He was still putting a bar of soap in his mouth when he was cursing at the table. I'm like, look, that's my table. That's your mom. You got siblings here. You don't come just because you went in service doesn't mean it gives you the right to come home and start cursing in the house. It's my home. Go get the bar of soap like you do when you're a kid.
Good job.
Well, remember, I don't care what you are. He went
Not
in
here
there.
you are.
He went in and did it. His brother still laughs at it. He goes, "Man, I can't believe Dad made you go do that." I'm like, well, that's how it happened.
Well, see, you were a real dad.
Yeah. And you know what? The sad part is they hated me, but they're all doing it to their kids now.
Good idea.
Yeah. So whatever I instilled on them is still there.
You'll live on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look into that, man, though, really. It's
I will. And I'm actually going out to Seattle to see my son, so I'll get it all done.
cool.
So we'll keep it working.
Yeah, thanks, dear.
You're welcome.
You too. Oh my gosh. What's he making? He's dripping something. Can I interest you in some science? Yeah, go ahead, ask a question. Go ahead.
Hey, how you doing?
Ask the question.
Ask the question.
Yeah. What am I doing here? This is the flat Earth map. And look, all these world organizations use the flat Earth map. But they leave off Antarctica, which goes around the outside edge. We call it the southern rim. We don't know what's past there. Could be infinite land, could be anything. I don't think it's riding on a turtle, though. They do that stuff to mock us.
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't look into things.
If the Earth's flat, the water would be going into space.
Well, that's assuming that we have outer space. I think we have a dome, actually, that covers everything. And they're making up all that stuff to think that it was all a big bang. Okay, but if it was created like this, a flat surface with a dome, then there had to be a creator somewhere. You decide who that was. I'm not telling you that. But yeah.
Interesting. I'll check you out. Thank you. No, I got this one.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Yep. All the stuff on the banners is at this website right there. Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Science, anyone? That young girl brought her dad. That was awesome. That young girl. What an awesome thing. She's a smart kid. Science, anyone? Like to learn something about science today? Yeah, come on. Okay. Don't have time? All right. Would you like to know if your schools are teaching our kids truth or not?
Nope, I work in one. I know what we're teaching.
Yeah, well, it's a lie if you're teaching the globe Earth. Now, you're responsible for that, you know. Would you like to learn something about science today? Science, anyone? Want to learn something about your world? Hi, the Earth is really a flat plane. You want to hear some science about that?
No, thank you.
That was a dumb thing to say. Now, what should I say instead? I didn't want to stand up. That's my problem. Here comes the guy. See, it's usually guys. Hi, the Earth is a flat plane. Did you know that? Do you know that ships never go over the curve? We can zoom in on them. Hey, the Earth is a flat plane. Did you know that?
No.
It is. Come back and ask me a question. %73% of the Earth is flat ocean.
Flat ocean?
Yes. Do you have a question? Come here. Let me tell you.
I don't have a question.
No, I'm going to tell you something so you understand. The North Pole's in the center. Little gay. Not caring about that. Only emotional. That's the thing. That's a shame about these gay people. I think they're doing something to them physically. They're giving them stuff in the... Hey, did you get that $100 bill there?
It won't come up.
I keep putting one down. Yeah, like 3 of them disappear. I'm there. Oh, I didn't even see them pick it up. They're sneaky.
Maybe I try to take it to the store and get cups on it.
Yeah. Ho, ho, ho. He better make her an engagement ring, I guess, huh? 73% of the oceans of the world is ocean, and water is always flat on the top. Did you know that? There. You can take that. That's what it really looks like. - 73% of our world is oceans, and they're all flat on top. That's not a spinning ball. It's the first time you heard it. You're going to hear it 2 more times, and then you'll take it seriously. We do not live on a spinning ball. Have a good day.
They have their own app where we can time it if she wants it on this one.
We do not live on a spinning ball. Our Earth is really a flat plane. Yes, it is. Did you ever hear this before? Any young people have, because it's all over the internet. The Earth is a flat plane, not a spinning ball. You ever heard of that? You never did. Let me just tell you, like 10 seconds, okay? North Pole's in the center. Antarctica goes around the outside edge. All these world organizations use the flat Earth map, but they leave off Antarctica. They don't want you to know that it's really a flat surface. Here's 10 things in here that you can look up and think about and question yourself. Why would they lie to us? If they can fool us, they can rule us. Send us off to war for a lie? Yeah, I'm not into that. I want you to be healthy and live long. It's true, not kidding. Hi guys, the Earth is not a spinning ball. And they don't speak English.
Couple honey for you, Jared.
Earth is not a spinning ball. Did you ever hear this? Come on, I'll answer your questions. Earth is not a spinning ball. I can prove it to you. Give me 10 seconds and I'll tell you something. Come on, I know you've heard about it. This is the flat Earth map. North Pole's in the center and Antarctica goes around the outside edge. All these world organizations use the flat Earth map, but they leave off Antarctica. Because if you knew it went around the outside edge, you'd say, oh, well, that can't be a spinning ball. So here we have Chicago across 60 miles of Lake Michigan. If it were really a ball, if you go out, it'd have to drop, right? So we have a curvature formula for that, which is 8 inches times a mile squared. 60 miles, that should be hidden under 2,400 feet. Sorry, 2,400 feet. That's a 240-story building. But it's right there. So that water is flat. Just like all water is flat on the top. See? It always seeks its own level. Okay? So all the oceans, 73% of the Earth is ocean. They're all flat and level with each other because they all touch. So how do you make a ball out of 27% of the land? You don't. It's a flat surface. Things you have to study are perspective, because the road always comes up to meet you, right? So these two planes coming together, you get a line across there as the horizon. If it's 4 planes, like in a railroad tracks, it goes to a point. That's why you think the ships go over the curve. They're going into the vanishing line. We have zoom cameras, you can bring them all back into focus. They're still there.
Right.
They didn't go like over something. You can't look through the ocean to see them. So I'm out here teaching this. This is what NASA does. They give us all this fake stuff. We have bubbles in space videos where an air bubble's going up the helmet. That's because they're in a pool. NASA's a lying thing. They're there to fool us. It's a propaganda machine. So they use Vomit Comet, which is that parabolic plane, and harnesses and wires, and they're all fooling us. They get $53 million a day to fool us. So why is this important? Well, if they can fool us, they can rule us. They'll tell us anything, like weapons of mass destruction, and we'll send our good young men over to get killed, and then kill other people. For what? For their special interests of population control? We don't have any world enemies, I know for a fact, since 1959, when 53 countries signed the Antarctic Treaty, preventing any further exploration in Antarctica. They're all in cahoots. All the governments are in cahoots with each other, except for maybe when Gaddafi, he didn't want to do that. He wanted his own currency. That's why they killed him.
Yeah.
So we got to be aware of these things. All the stuff on the banners is right down here.
Okay.
You type that in, go to your web browser there, and you can watch everything on the banners.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for stopping. And then tell everybody. I'm so happy. Still here. Hi, the Earth is flat. Did you know that?
Pardon?
The Earth is a flat plane.